Hi everyone, Chris Natzke here with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching with your Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week live on Facebook. Today I want to talk about the distinction between excellence and perfection. Excellence and perfection. You know, probably for the last 20 plus years, each time I've ended teaching a martial art class, whether it was a group of white belt kids or a group of seasoned black belt instructors, I've always ended every session with the same question. I ask them enthusiastically, what's our goal? And they respond back with the same level of enthusiasm or higher, black belt excellence, sir. Black belt excellence, not black belt perfection. And you know, many times through the years, I've explained the distinction here in that, you know, perfection is doing the thing right and being really, really cognizant of what others think about us and putting a lot of possible undue stress on us. But excellence is doing the right thing with passion, enthusiasm, into the best way that we can do it. You know, this is a lesson that literally took me years to learn, well into my adulthood. For much of my life, what I did is I focused on being the perfect student, the perfect son, the perfect husband, the perfect father, the perfect athlete, the perfect employee, the perfect martial artist. And while that served me well, in many areas, what I found is the longer I tried to hold myself to that standard of perfection, the more times I set myself up for either A, disappointment because I wasn't able to, match these unrealistic goals that I set for myself, or B, what ended up happening is it held me back from taking risks because I was so afraid of failure. So afraid of failure. You know, it's interesting as we grow older, how our parents can still be tremendous sources of wisdom for us. And this all kind of came together for me. Several years ago, I was having a discussion with my amazing mom, Mary Ann, and I was on the phone complaining to her because my new professional speaking career wasn't going as fast and as well as I wanted it to. So yes, even Mr. Positive needs to vent sometimes. And so the conversation went something like this. I was venting to her and she stopped and she said, "So you want to be one of those motivational speaker people, huh?" And I said, "Yes," emphatically. And she said, "Do you think anyone is ever going to listen to you if your life is totally perfect and you've never had to overcome any challenges?" Well, those several moments of awkward silence that followed that was me letting her wisdom kind of rattle around in my brain, and she was so right. And in fact, when I started thinking about it later on, is that, you know, my ability to create a message, my ability to lead, my ability to do things in a really great way wasn't necessarily modeling perfection. It was sometimes modeling excellence even when I was failing. That's when I was best able to inspire people and to lead people. And also, the times in my life where I probably was most proud of were not the times when things went incredibly well from start to finish and I got to my goal with absolute ease. It was the times that I had to struggle and really rely on digging deep and finding my own level of personal excellence to move through. So, how does that work for you in your life? Well, I've got 3 ways I think that we can all focus on, myself included, because this is an ongoing process for me, that we can move from focusing on perfection to leaning into excellence in our own lives. And the first one is this, is to always strive for the best, but make sure we're enjoying the process. You know, it's oftentimes said it's not the destination, it's the journey that's most important. But find elements that you really enjoy. If you're in a task, if you're in a project and you're working towards something big in your life, it doesn't need to necessarily go perfectly. But what you need to do is you need to bring enjoyment into it. You need to embrace the challenges and really enjoy what's going on. Number 2, is even though you might have some shortcomings, it's not a definition of yourself. It's just something, a result that you had. So what you want to do is take those shortcomings, continue to lean into them with excellence, but look at them as opportunities for growth and expansion. Because when you look at things that way, now what's going to happen is you'll actually sometimes even become excited when opportunities and growth comes your way or challenges come your way because they're an opportunity for growth and expansion. And then finally, and this is probably the most difficult for me, but take some time to celebrate along the way. So rather than only celebrating or recognizing yourself at the end result, set up little markers along the way where when you set and you achieve specific little goals along the way, is you celebrate it. Because what happens is that's going to keep you engaged in the process and want to continue to strive for excellence, even if things didn't go 100% right. So there you go, my friends. What of these can you really lean into, maybe all three in your own life? Where are there opportunities that maybe you're not taking advantage of because you're afraid to fail? You know, I was on the phone recently with one of my coaching clients, and he was going through a process where he was a little concerned about taking a risk. And I just remember the quote that's attributed to Wayne Gretzky, although I'm sure many other people said it too, is that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So where is perfection holding you back? And where can you lean into excellence to make sure you're showing up as the best you can be? So there you have it, my friends. They're my thoughts for today. And I hope you enjoyed this installation. If you found value in it, if there are things you'd like to comment on, if you want to share it with people, if you want to like it or love it, I'd love that feedback. And it's just my joy to continue to share these messages with you. And here's my challenge for you this week. Where is at least one place you can lean into excellence? Take away the perfectionism, but lean into excellence. And right along the way, you might find your most excellent version of you. So this has been Chris Natzke with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week.